going on, everybody? Kenny Bomber's in the building, and it's finally time for us to get another look at UFC 5, which comes out later this month. Now, I did get invited to the beta. Shout out to whoever makes the decisions on that, but it looks like we're about to get started. In just 1 minute. Let's go ahead and turn the volume down on that a little bit. Now, I'm very happy with how the gameplay feels in this so far, but one thing I really want to see is how this career mode is going to work. I know we're supposed to get like a story with Valentina Shevchenko, but how deep does that story get? Is it just an introduction and then you go off the train and then do fight after fight after fight, or do they give us a little bit more like they started to do in the 2K franchise? I don't know. I think it might be the latter, but we'll see. Anything's possible, right? But I really don't know what they're going to show us today. I didn't even know this was going to happen until a few minutes ago. Went on YouTube and saw the video pending, and we came right on here and jumped in. So let's get to it. All right, here we go.
The presentation in EA Sports UFC 5 elevates the series to a more authentic experience.
Nope, no 4K option.
By the Frostbite
Ooh.
player. You'll see, hear, and feel why UFC 5 is as real as it
Now that's the cinematic camera that they show after you get a knockout. Oh man, that was the Black Beast. I missed him.
I just think it's going to be incredible.
Oh, see, one thing with the created fighters is their hair doesn't really look great, but like the fighters in game, the hair looks good. You just saw Patty Pimlet's hair was like flapping up and down.
real impact system.
Ooh, the knockouts do feel good too, y'all.
Rendering, art team, presentation.
Shawnomalley, spot on. I saw the picture they dropped on Twitter of him. Looked great.
Allowing us to render individual.
Now this is one thing I did notice as well.
It's really neat too.
And when they start to bleed, you can actually see it look kind of pinkish with the blood actually mixing with the sweat. Beautiful.
Couldn't have done that previously.
Where the damage actually
Oh, they got Yuri
So by the end of the fight, you can have a completely different match from when you
with the hair
started,
thing.
telling a story about what happened during that fight, and it adds to that gameplay experience.
Ooh, that was a
And
bad
that's
punch.
so awesome to hear that you felt that way, because that was actually our intent. And we actually talked about the story of the map, you know, like based on actually.
Ooh, the story of the map. I like
there
that.
was fights previous during the fight. It builds up both on the player, but also on the map.
See, the knockout system, I love that. I love it. After he gets knocked out, you can get a few more hits in before the ref jumps in. I love that so much.
Again, a holistic experience.
And impactful when they land.
Was that Kevin Holland? Ooh,
And UFC
Kevin Holland looks good too. Good to see a lot of the fighters we haven't seen yet.
Approach from the team, we all work together to try to make impact as powerful as possible for our players. So the first thing is animation. With animation, we work
Ooh,
on
that was good.
animations, as well as within Frostbite, we have also, again, we talked about our visual effects, so you get that upon impact, and then our audio, which.
See, that's a cinematic shot, but it looks just like that in the game. Of course, it looks better right there because there's focusing in on it, but it doesn't look too far off.
And I think when you play.
Advanced fighter likeness. We saw with Kamaru Usman, they look very similar.
Great character models. But in
Mm,
UFC 5,
I don't know about
takes it
that.
to a completely new level. How has the Frostbite engine improved fighter likeness in UFC 5?
Why are they putting that in black and white?
Put a huge amount of effort.
It's kinda like smoke and mirrors.
The fighters of UFC.
But come on, y'all. Y'all can't say that doesn't look a lot better.
And we made some amazing improvements. Like if you were to compare UFC 4 models to UFC 5 models.
I don't know why they're doing the smoke and mirrors. It really does look a lot better. Just put the UFC 4 in color.
So one of the big things that we did is brought in a new strand-based.
Oh, check out the hair.
What you'll see in terms of the player movement is how the hair is lit. So
I think that's the
more
best. That
realistic,
might be the best hair I ever saw in a video game.
while you're playing.
Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. The creative fighter hair does not look good.
Also, if you look at lighting and rendering, we also have something called the dual lobe shader that affects skin, how sweat and blood rolls across the skin. We put a huge amount of effort into the skin of the fighters to make it feel.
You
more
can tell.
realistic, and believable. Finally, less about Frostbite, but more again.
Oh man, that looks just like him. Spot
Our
on.
team put into these fighters is we work the geometry and the texture detail.
I don't know why they got Conor McGregor bald though.
All those things sum up to be really, really powerful. The last UFC games is we have a technology called shapeshifter, which allows us to modify the bodies to again try to be closer to the real likeness of a fighter. So all together, just a really great work by
Fighter models look great. You know what? I feel 100% confident that this is going to be the best looking UFC game they've ever done.
When we talk about new in-game
along with a few kind of really cool custom.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was nasty.
Another feature new to the presentation in UFC 5 are authentic finishes. Can you talk about some of the ways a fight can end differently in UFC 5 than it could in UFC 4?
All right.
So one of the ways I think is like super exciting,
Doctor stoppage.
emotionally compelling is doctor stoppages. So again, that's ties into
I love the
our
doctor
design
stoppage.
system. In the art, we actually have 8 regions for cuts, swelling, and bruising.
Oh, check out the
We have
deep cut.
5
I wonder if I can show this stuff on YouTube.
for that.
YouTube might actually get us for streaming this game.
The math, we have about 64,000 possible combinations that you could learn. And so as you are damaging your opponent, at some point the damage level will get to a place where the doctor will come in and stop the fight and check you out. And in that presentation, again, really because of Frostbite in UFC 5, is we have some dynamic camera presentation. We have 6 areas that we can focus the camera on for the damage, and there you can see really good views of the cuts and the blood and the bruising and the swelling. And then
Now this one's going to be kind of like a double-edged sword, because if you're winning the fight but you take a bad cut and they keep jabbing that cut, cancel Christmas, just as you see him say.
Stoppages are more than presentation. They are now a part of the strategy. You
Mm-hmm.
can be behind in a fight, but your opponent could be severely damaged.
Just like I said.
In an area which you can target. So even when behind, you still can create a direct path to victory.
Yeah, and
For
I think
sure.
It's great, but I think what's also cool is, like you kind of alluded to, is there's a new level of strategy that we didn't used to have from a gameplay perspective. So again, visuals and gameplay working together to create a new powerful experience for our players.
Doctor stoppages is going to be big this time.
With all of the presentation and animation updates, along with the new audio effects, rendering, and lighting, also with Frostbite elevating the overall gameplay experience, I'm more than excited for the release of UFC 5.
Me too. All right, y'all, so that was our UFC presentation. So a lot of things they talking about here is really just based on the graphics and visuals, but like I said, after playing the demo, I'm already in, well, the beta, whatever you want to call it, I'm already in. I can't wait to play this game, and the damage on these fighters look more realistic than we've ever seen. I don't know if YouTube is going to allow this. I don't know if a lot of UFC content creators are familiar with how strict YouTube is when it comes to blood in these video games, but you will get demonetized and you will get age restricted. Hopefully we can get away with it in UFC, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm excited for this game to come out. Let me know how y'all feel about this stuff in the comment section. I'm all in. I think this looks better than UFC 4 already. Let me know what you think about it. When this game comes out, I will be running tournaments and there will be a giveaway for the winner. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button and join the Discord. The link is in the description. Get your name in the hat, and let's get to that.